Hello, welcome to the latest episode of Through the Pages. Today I'll be reviewing The FBI War on Tupac Shakur by John Potash. This is a unique book from, Microcosm Publishing. Seems to do a bunch of really interesting books. I really like the artwork on the front. And then I found this at Amoeba in LA. Everything about it just intrigued me. I like to read a big array of types of books, I'd say. So if you like books on be it hip-hop or science or just weird novels, follow the channel. Give this a little thumbs up. So this was honestly probably one of the most well-researched books I've ever read. I'm probably 50-50 fiction, nonfiction, I'd say. And this one, I think because it has that conspiratorial slant, they doubled down on the research, oh, if you think this isn't real, disprove the sources here. And so there's even quotes in it in the foreword of someone who's I worked in the intelligence agency, me and my buddies read this specifically to poke holes in it and we couldn't. And it of course, tells Tupac's story, but also it starts, shouldn't say before, I was gonna say before that story began, but it's part of it. It's it's his mother, it's his family, it's the Black Panthers, and it's the same agencies just running amok against their plans and their initiatives that were then such a big hamper in his life. I read it slow because it was just I knew it was going to be it's obviously it doesn't end well, but just the degree of how much these agencies that we fund destroy the things that would help us. Starting with Martin Luther King, you go through Malcolm X, they're just time and time again, they have squashed movements that could have really changed things. And to just see these forces be so big and take down so many people, and then now I don't know that we'll ever have another Martin Luther King or Tupac Shakur or Malcolm X that are so prolific and such a wedge into the culture. It makes it feel like they won. That's kind of the sentiment I got left with. Not because that's what the author was saying, but it's a lot of information, and a lot of it just points back to the power being on the other side. But that being said, it's a phenomenal look into just an incredible artist. It's staggering to think how young he was. He didn't even turn 30, and this man put out multiple albums that are all long, some double albums, starred in movies. His output creatively was just insane. Him and Biggie always are kind of said to be the two greatest, but if you look at the amount they put out, Tupac, far and away. But yeah, it's staggering to hear consistencies throughout these political assassinations. The first person to the body in the case of Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, or I believe Tupac as well. But no, not Tupac. But with Malcolm and Martin, the first person to the body was proven to be an FBI informant, and later it came out that their job was to check to see if they're alive. If not, they would signal that, oh, the job's not done. And just the very specific details of how those hits happened and who did them and who, yeah, it just makes you wonder how our nation can celebrate Martin Luther King Day without just being you killed him, you did this, so it's a lot of information. I will say it's a heartbreaker of a book, honestly, and I mean that in a, not the right word, in a way that means read this. It's an important one. I wouldn't erase heartbreaks from my past. They were challenging, but now they made me who I am. Understanding this helps to guide me politically, honestly. And so you just don't get education like this in mainstream. Yeah, this book is incredible. Probably going to be one of my top 5 nonfiction reads of the year. The FBI War on Tupac Shakur, John Potash, Microcosm Publishing. Pick it up. Support this little publishing house. They're doing awesome stuff. And support this little YouTube channel if you want to. Like, subscribe, all that stuff.